Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, my name is Brandon. I am with the Rags to Riches community. In fact, I am the founder. I am the COO. I am the CFO, and I'm the CEO. And I'm the Supreme Ayatollah. You are here right now because you have absolutely nothing better to do with your life. You know what? I'm going to remind you, do not like, do not comment, do not subscribe. I was actually finishing up a video today, and I got to do my socials. It's been so long since I've done a video for you guys. Got to get into the socials. We've had some good hate lately. It's been going pretty well. Get to showcase some hate that we've gotten in the comments. I'm really excited about that. Have no expectations with this show, ladies and gentlemen. None whatsoever. I encourage you to unsubscribe. I encourage you to turn off notifications. This is what we do around here. Terrafin, solidifying his role and solidifying his rank right here is number one. Terrafin in the house. For Skinner, Terrafin for the win. Always early. Bullish 0x. Terrafin, do you even work? You know, that fool, man, he lays some board, man. He works. He's got those earpieces in all the time. Facing reality, boom, elbow coughing it up. Bullish 0x says, bro, you on every live chat and spaces all at the same damn time. Go make a phone call or something. Smash the likes. Godfather J6, what's up, my brother? Screw relief rally. Let's just get a full-on Hex bull run. Balliot Brandon in the house. Hexiest man in the world. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? Hex on air. Still got the blues for Hex. Crypto Gains Club 369. Hex expanded. Hope everyone's well. Fed Bear in the house. Oh, man. Missed the earlier one. Felt like I was slacking off. You were slacking off, man. You got to come hang out with your friendly ginger giant here. Old Rags. Red Squirrel. Oi, oi. What would the daylight be like without an oi oi? I do not know. Giant 3, like the music, Rags. Can you drop a link for it? Yeah, John T. Graham. Hold on, let me find it. I'll just do it now since you're here, and I'm not going to do it in a minute. It's John T. Graham, How I Long for Your Love. And I'll try to get you a link. Hold on. There she blows. Let me copy this. Bang, bang, boom. All right, cool. We're going to put this in chat because I don't care about you. There it is in chat. My online ghost says, what's happening, people? Hex on air. Good evening. Red Squirrel, time is for a nightcap. Yeah, get your nightcaps in, ladies and gentlemen. Evo, shaka, shaka. Bugs, what's up, man? How you doing, Bugs? Scotty, let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Mr. Rafferty says, yo, Rags, you sound a lot better. I'm highly medicated right now, feeling great. Feeling great, guys. It's going to take an act of God to keep me away from streaming to you, ladies and gentlemen. As long as you keep showing up, I'm going to keep showing up. You hear that? As long as you keep showing up, I'm going to keep showing up. Pump those bags, Rags. Can we watch anonymously? I don't know, man. That's going to be something for you to figure out. I'm not quite sure. Well, shoot, man. We got some folks here. Yeah, Polynesian PulseChain. What's up, man? How you doing? Bullets here. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, that's crazy. People under 25 don't care about a fat middle-aged man twerking in front of some ugly colored cars. A lot of people agree with you on that. Crypto Luckbox. What's knocking? Well, what's knocking, my dude? What's cracking, my dude? I'm seeing double over here, ladies and gentlemen. Hex McKenzie, I have absolutely nothing to do in my life lately. Well, here you are. I'm so sorry for you. Let's check here. Balliot Brand, Ginger Giant is true. You're a beast, bro. I was going through my gallery, and I actually saw a pretty cool pic of you and me, man. I'll post it. Yo, Rag. Oh, yeah, we already said that. See, I've got short-term memory loss. PulseChain in 2022. That works for me. All right, let's get into it here, folks. Let's get into it. All right, so I could be that guy that baits you in with this thumbnail, right? This title, relief, Hex Rally relief, etc., etc. But, let's just get into it. I'm not going to make you wait all day to talk about it. Here's my theory. Here's what's going on. We're seeing kind of a little bit of a sign of strength, and it's primarily due to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is defending this level pretty well, but I think they're just distributing out. I think it will fall off. I think your next level is about 20,300. I think that happens eventually. However, there is an important event upcoming, and this is going to be on the 14th and 15th of June. So what's going to be happening the 14th and 15th of June? The Fed's going to get back together. And so here's my theory. The 14th or 15th of June happens. The Fed gets back together, and they say, hey, listen, we've got the jobless numbers. The jobless numbers, they've gotten a little bit better, this and that. We don't have to destroy the economy with another, 50 point basis raise. So they might only do 25 basis points. If they do only 25 basis points, we are going to see we're going to see a bump. We're going to see a short-term pump of the crypto market. And I think included in that will be Hex. So I'm going to say that it's looking to me. Let's pull this chart up again. This is what it's looking like to me. It lines up pretty well. I think that we see probably potentially 3-cent Hex here in the next 2 to 4 days. And I think that's going to line up pretty well with that Fed meeting. If the Fed announces that the rate hikes are not going to be as severe this month, I think that we could see a rally for Hex. I think that we could see a rally for the crypto market at large. But I will say this, people are eating away right here. They're eating away right now. They're dumping supply in these areas, and the support can't hold forever. I do not think it's going to hold forever. I think that we do fall off because this is going to be a prolonged period of time, man. It's a prolonged period of time where we're going to be in the doldrums of crypto. So if you guys were thinking about some positions, maybe you want a DCA until the 15th, the 17th, and really you probably want to be doing it all the time anyway. This is the biggest blessing that we could have received, folks. You guys understand that. Biggest blessing. And here's why. There's absolute blood in the streets, and you guys are just able to accumulate this cryptocurrency at dirt cheap prices. Dirt cheap prices, right? So I wanted to let you know that. And this is something else I want to also bring up. I was able to find a website that I had used previously. If you guys have never been to it, cryptocompare.com it's pretty cool. So cryptocompare.com allows you to create a portfolio and keep track of it, and you can publish it. All right, you can publish it online, and it's public. You can see it public. So back in 2019, just want to kind of paint a picture for you guys about how important these bear markets can be. All right. And this is before I had found Hex, and I had created a little portfolio for my kid. All right. So my kid, he was actually born in 2017. So I wanted to create a little portfolio for my kid. I'm going to let you know the following things I invested in at quite literally like the bottom of the market back in 2019 after everything fell off a cliff. So I think I created this in July of 2019, and it was not pretty, okay? And actually, I wonder if I can even share this. Can I share this with you guys? Yeah, can't share it. I created this for my group as well. So here's what we did. Following tokens I invested in. I invested in IOST. I invested in Waves, the very bottom of the market. I invested in VE Chain. I invested in Cardano. I invested in Chainlink. I invested in Dash. I invested in Dent. I invested a little bit more in Dogecoin. I invested some in Holochain. All right. So out of all of these, we'll kind of go over the current returns. Now, this was, how much money did I put into this? The acquisition cost was $3,165. I'm going to put this in perspective. All right. So let's do this. Let me zoom out. This is the power of the bear market. $3,165 turned into $120,000. $120,522. That was on May 6th of 2021. That was the height. And a lot of that had to do with Dogecoin. Took about $3,000. I split it up. Turned it into about $140,000, right? So a nice little small portfolio. I am up significantly, and still, for example, if you look at something like Cardano, it looks like I invested that, I guess, June 27th of 2019. I'm up 652% right now. VE Chain, June 27th, 2019. I'm up 350% on that. Waves, 360% on that. Dogecoin, 1,949% on that. Holochain, 31%. I'm just saying this right now because I have a whole lot better projects to be able to invest in right now, right? That was just some little side project that I wanted to invest in with my son. And that $3,000 grew into quite a bit. Now, since then, it's corrected back down. And let me see how much it's worth now. Currently $17,000. So you have a lot of good projects to choose from in this ecosystem, folks. We're going to be launching the bear market. You have Hex to be able to pick up dirt cheap. Got to understand the power of the bear market. It's like you don't have a better opportunity. This is where you make money in crypto. This is where you make money in crypto. I'm thinking about doing maybe like a $10,000 challenge where I take like 5 to 7 of the top projects in our ecosystem, and I just, or maybe I take 10 projects and just put $1,000 in. And then I can make it public and you guys can track it. We could track it together. But guys, do not squander this opportunity. So important. All right, let's check chat here. Blah, blah, blah. What are we talking about here, man? No wrench gang. See, Dougie Peach says we don't need no wrenches. Crypto Heartbeat sniffles the ginger. That's right. That's right. But people under 25 talk about twerking. You sound better, Craig. Wasting my time watching you. We saw all that. Rags to riches. Dougie Peach and me do not need a wrench. Just like no one should like and comment, subscribe to your channel. Bullish. That's why I like you, man. Thank you for that. Finn Bear says, just think if it happens to you. You read some obnoxious kid tweeting and whining as per usual. What do? The exact opposite of that twig, of what that twig wants. Strange how it's fair game to insult a person with ginger red hair, but if this were happened to any other ethnicity, it would be deemed racist. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't really bother me at all. Crypto BD also full moon on the 14th. Hey there, Monica. What's up, Monica? How's life? How's life? Rag. What's up, Jim Rat Crypto, man? How you doing, brother? Hello, all in chat. Hello, all in chat. All right. Glad to make it to the live stream. Wow, Shamrocks and Shenanigans. Good to have you in here. All right, let's get in here. Let's check it out. And I'm also going to, let me bust out this, do this little thing. Copy to clipboard, bing, bang, boom. We'll go here. Boom. I'm going to message. Maybe we can get some people in here. Let me get some people in here for this chat. Maybe they could check their Twitter and figure it out here. All right, so here's the thing. Let's go first. And we like to do our crypto news first. Bitfinex Bitcoin longs hit a record high. But does that mean that BTC has bottomed? Bitcoin has been unable to close above 32,000 for the past 28 days, frustrating bulls and pushing the fear and greed index to bearish levels below 10. Even with June 6th small boost, the tech-heavy NASDAQ stock market index is down 24% year-to-date. Investors who keep a close eye on regulatory development were possibly scared after New York State made clear its intentions to regulate the crypto industry. Nobody gives a damn about New York State, man. New York State, they've been talking trash for a while. I think all the major players that actually matter are not in New York State. I think that what you're going to see is New York State wants to be friendly to big government. So they're going to try to push non-SEC related entities out. And they're just, they're big government bureaucratic BS. We actually covered that last week. We went pretty much in detail about the report that was let out and everything. On June 2nd, the Attorney General, you guys remember Letitia James, issued an investor alert against risky cryptocurrency investments, citing the asset's volatility. But for some reason, margin traders right now, they're pretty bullish. Bitfinex margin traders entered their highest ever leverage long, which is bullish. They entered it on June 6th. So what are they seeing right now? Are they betting on this? I don't know, man. It does not look good to me. Shoot, it doesn't look good. I don't like this. We got a pretty solid candle coming up right now, but with all the heavy weight, all of this craziness that's happening in the world right now, I just don't see Bitcoin doing crazy things. I think it's going to keep chopping. It's going to keep falling, chopping and falling, chopping and falling, man. I really do. Oh, by the way, all right, let's check this. PLSD, we forgot to go over these. PLSD is down 15% on the day. Overall, from all-time low to all-time high, it's about 755%, right? So it's about, what, a 7.5x. And currently we're at about 3.3x. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Hedron saw a little bit of a bounce today, about 5% today. It continues to dump after it launched. So how far are we right now from launch? We're about 104 days. So the golden ticket, typically with these launches, you'll see this distribute out for like 90 to 120 days. So it looks like it's going to be a situation where it goes a bit longer. We will see. But right now, I mean, you can buy a whole lot of this stuff, like $1,000. How much does $1,000 buy you? Let's see. See, 1,000, and then how many is this? How many zeros is this? It is 6 zeros, 5330. Divide by 0.123456530. Yeah, $1,000 buys you about 1.86 billion Hedron. So that's I mean, you're just not going to get better than that right now. That's launch price. That's better than launch price. So check that out. Check it. All right, let's get back into this here. What do we got here? Next story. So we got to put some wokeness in here, folks, to kind of spice things up. Remote roles in blockchain offer flexibility for women, which is the Alien World's co-founder. McKenna shared that blockchain communities are extremely diverse and offer unique perspectives and interests. Sarah McKenna, co-founder of the non-fungible token game Alien Worlds and CEO of the blockchain consulting firm DeCoco, shared her perspectives and personal experiences on inclusivity within the blockchain industry in an interview with Cointelegraph. Having experienced other male-dominated industries, McKenna believes communities within the blockchain industry are extremely diverse. She explained that the people working in blockchain are from various backgrounds, and because of this, they offer unique perspectives and interests. Parrot. She also noted that the remote opportunities available in the space give women who are the primary caretakers of children the opportunity to push their careers forward. Given women still tend to be the primary caretakers when they have their children, this added flexibility means their careers might not take the hit to seniority that women's careers often suffer and they take time to have children. Yeah, what a horrible thing to have. What a horrible thing to be a life giver. What a horrible thing to be a mother. Nightmarish. Disgusting. And here's the thing. Cryptocurrency, she doesn't get it. Brandon, how could you say that? She's the CEO of this. She's the CEO of that. NFTs, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't get it. The neat thing about cryptocurrency, none of that matters. Inclusivity doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's you and the contract. Got to understand that. And this, I'll tell you this, these BTC maxis, wokeness is starting to stink and permeate amongst all of these people. They're trying. It's a really, really weird thing what's happening right now. They're trying to meld blockchain They're trying to take it over. They're trying to inject these really, really screwed up ideas and weird ideologies. They don't think for themselves whatsoever. Let's continue to see what she has to say about this, because so much emphasis is placed on skills and merit in the blockchain space. I actually think that the barriers to entry are lower. Wow. Okay. That I can agree with. Much lower. Doesn't matter. However, there's still the challenge of mustering the courage to throw yourself in. Muster that courage up. Poor things. Women can't muster courage up. Is that what you're saying? Most of the women I know, they can muster that courage up. You just don't give people a lot of credit. When asked about her thoughts on the metaverse, McKenna said that she believes the community should double down on efforts to make it a safe space for women and children. Despite its physical safety, the metaverse has its share of risks. The metaverse is a social environment where people can obscure their real-world identities. It's an environment where women and children have to be especially safeguarded. You know what's crazy? You can just turn the power button off. Just turn the power button off on your damn VR headset. McKenna also expressed her belief that innovation should still focus on what really matters. What really matters, which is the people. Oh, God. Meanwhile, billionaire Bitcoin investor Tim Draper recently said that women may drive up the price of BTC in the next bull run. In a podcast, the billionaire expressed his thoughts on how the acceptance of BTC as payment method may be pushing adoption amongst women. Guys, this is just stupid. This is stupid stuff, man. I don't have anything to damn do with it. But you guys got to hear it. This is funny. Remember how we talked about last week? We talked about the United States government is going to wipe out student loan debt for 50% of 40 million Americans, which is about 20 million, right? I was curious about that. And I read this article that I just read to you about money and about how gender and women and inclusivity and blockchain, and those two things don't match. Those words don't match. Inclusivity and blockchain don't make any sense to me. But student loan debt by gender. You guys ever wondered what that was? 58% of all student loan debt belongs to women. After 12 years in repayment, black women owe an average of 13% more than they borrowed. It takes women an average of 2 years longer to pay off their student loan debts despite making higher payments. What? What is this, man? Student borrowers who identify as LGBTQ+ have an average of $16,000 more in student loan debt than those who do not. All right, guys, so this is just them reaching. This is from educationdata.org. All right. Let me ask you this. Do you think the leftist progressive United States executive branch right now, do you think that they would be considering wiping out student loan debt if it was more than 50% of men? Let's say men own more than 50% of the student loan debt. Do you think they would be considering wiping it out? And the answer is probably not. And here's why. Because it's not only wiping out student debt, it's not only bribing the voters for the midterm elections, but the fact that student loan debt, if you break it down by gender, and then if you break it down further by sex, and what do they use the term here? The term is... well, here's what they say. Women owe a disproportionately high amount of total student loan debt. Women are also more likely to have higher amounts of debt. Some of this is likely due to the fact that female bachelor degree holders are paid 74% of what male... God, dude, this is just crazy. They just stop at nothing to lie. Females, and this is a bad thing, right? Female students are more likely to obtain student loans for themselves. $929 billion in student loan debt belongs to women. Women hold 58% of all student loan debt. Female student borrowers have an average debt that's 9.6% higher than their male peers 1 year after graduation. Oh, God. This is crazy to me. But here's the point. This really checks a lot of talking points for them. Look what we did for women. Look what we did for families. Look what we did for people who are marginalized. and this is student loan debt beyond binary. Gender variant student borrowers are more likely than men or women to make lower student loan payments. What? Gender variant are more likely than men or women. It's their third option here. Students who identify as more than one gender have the lowest monthly loan payments due. Students who identify as more than one gender, 38% have loan payments under $100 per month. They're also less likely than their peers to pay more than $350 a month. It checks these boxes, guys. But you got to understand the liberal hive mind. So they're going to bring this up. They're going to say, look what we've done for society. Look what we've done for the marginalized people. Look what we've done for women. Look what we've done for non-gendered people of the world. Woo! All right, let's keep going. What do we got next? Oh, this is good. So you know how Richard always says, he talks about having to sell off your cryptocurrency in proof of work systems to be able to pay for things, pay for your overhead, and that subsequently dumps price. Well, here is an article from CoinDesk.com. Crypto miner Hive blockchain selling Ether to pay for Intel mining rigs. The miner expects to have Bitcoin equivalent hash rate of 6.2 exahash per second in the next 12 months. So crypto miner Hive blockchain sold about 10,000 Ether, the native token of the Ethereum blockchain. Let's see here. How much is it? 10,000 Ether. That's a lot of money. What is Ether price right now? It's like, 19 million, $20 million. We significantly reduced our ETH holdings to fund our Intel strategic relationship and the building of new Bitcoin miners, the Vancouver, British Columbia-based miner said in the statement. Hive said it decided it was prudent to take some profits in Ethereum due to its higher volatility. The miners will continue to sell Ether from time to time to fund the company's long-term BTC mining goals. So I've had plenty of arguments with folks. I've had plenty of arguments with folks on the Ethereum side, on the Bitcoin side, these maxis, specifically the Bitcoin people. And I asked them, I say, how do you square that? You know, in a cryptocurrency like Hex, stakers are incentivized to hold price up, right? In a proof of work system like Bitcoin, miners are incentivized to provide security. But what happens? Miners get paid in Bitcoin, then miners have to dump the price of Bitcoin to pay for overhead, screwing everybody. That seems like a pretty big problem, right? So I see that quite a bit now. I like to take these opportunities to talk about these articles here. And especially the part that cracked me up was, the miners will continue to sell Ether from time to time to fund the company's long-term Bitcoin mining goals. However, Hive said it will look to replace the Ether it has sold in the near future as the company is still expanding its Ether mining capacity. So you're going to dump it. You're going to add more miners, which is interesting that they are adding more miners right now. That's a pretty big investment. I guess they don't have any confidence that potentially Ethereum 2.0 is going to come out anytime soon. It's a lot of money to spend on that. Proof of work to proof of stake, huh? Hive said that it mined 273.4 Bitcoin in May, about 2% higher than April, 2,964 Ether. On a combined basis, it produced 459.2 Bitcoin equivalent in May, similar to last month's. So they're doing this with Ethereum. They're doing this with Bitcoin. They're dumping the price. They have to pay for new hardware. Every single time you have a halvening, the algorithm or the code gets harder to crack, right? It becomes more difficult. So you need hardware that can crack this code easier. And that's what we're doing here. All right, let's check chat here. Let's check. All right. J-Man in the house. Hexographer. Hello, everyone. All right. What is that even? What? Oh, my gosh. Bob, you dirty son of a... Share screen. It's a little hard to see the reflection on your shades. Happy to hear Rag's black-pilled voice in my ear while I mow. You're welcome. You're welcome. I got a guest in the green room. We're going to kind of talk about that. I'm late, but I'm here. Thanks for the free knowledge. Much appreciated. You're a real one. You're the realest. Realest. John May. What's up, John May? Bob Laguy. What does he say? Snort salt water before your next stream if you really want a good blowout. Gosh. Leave it to him. I thought we were going to learn more about cooking roux tail. Bro, speaking of roux tail, speaking of cooking roux tail, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest here? What? Bruh. What are you doing, man?
Flexing on the whole world.
Dang. Dang, man. You're like a rags to riches story, bro.
That's right. Rags, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
What's the topic? Good. What's the topic?
Dude, we got all sorts of topics, man. What do you want to talk about here, bro?
I don't know, bro. You know, there's just a lot going on. It's just a lot of, it's really interesting as someone who doesn't care as much. Like, to be honest, Rags, I'm just not from the same world as a lot of these guys. Like, I don't care. I just don't. I go to the gym the next day. I lift really hard. I come home. I work with Bullish and Sam and talk and research, and I go to bed. And it doesn't change. It just never changes. And that's the cool part about bodybuilders is kind of people. It's like they'll outweigh everyone with a smile on their face. Like they like working out. They like staying at home, you know, and that's kind of me too, to a degree. And these prices are just the best opportunity pretty much ever made for people. And it's just normal stuff going on for the most part, except
so you know the grind, man. You know how, I mean, every day you got to come up with new content, right? When you're doing a daily show. Mm-hmm. So it's a grind. It can be kind of, sometimes it can be a little bit stressful because you don't know what you're going to do the next day, but it just all kind of comes together a lot of times, right?
You're a solo act.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I don't ever have to worry about things to say because if I don't got something to say, Sam certainly has something to say. Yeah. That's the cool part about having Sam as my co-host is like, if I never had a subject, he would never care. He would just talk about whatever videos he did before. But generally, it's like 50-50. Like I'll be reading something that's interesting and then he'll read something in it. But he also likes to go a little bit far away from the Hex community, which I'm cool with as long as it's, you know, sometimes I don't feel like doing that. But yeah, that shit.
Yeah, man. Well, it is. I thought about that, man. For me, it's like I just have like a flow. I like to get in. I like to get out. And sometimes when I have like a co-host or something like that, the flow kind of messes up, and it's just a weird thing in my head, man. I like to do my own thing. I'm kind of doing
like a show too. Like it's kind of like it's just like it's 11 o'clock. Like you know what I mean? It's always the same time. It's crypto in the morning. Like that's the show. Like so it's a little different setup, you know.
Well, let's talk about this. So this is an article. It says the Texas Attorney General launches investigation against Twitter for allegedly like misreporting fake bot accounts. Do you remember when Elon Musk announced that he was taking over Twitter? And then there were a bunch of accounts on Twitter that started posting saying, wow, I just got like 20,000 followers overnight that I didn't have before. So it's almost like they flipped a switch and all these people who Twitter kind of didn't like, they flipped the switch and turned those accounts back on so people could follow them. So it was like they were being suppressed. So Elon, he's trying to get to the bottom of it. He's trying to see if that was really happening. He says they're kind of pushing back on him. They don't want him to see that data.
Doing that shit?
I think Elon is trying to. I think he's trying to get to the bottom of what has been happening for so long. Because a lot of people say they've been like censored, you know.
But I mean, censored in what way? Like when they say something controversial?
Like, well,
I mean,
like if somebody's controversial, it's like they don't want people to see the viewpoints of certain people. So they kind of flip a switch on the algorithm, and it doesn't allow as many people to be exposed to that content. And then the flip side of this as well, you see somebody like, I think it was either Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, as soon as this happened and Elon Musk was taken over, I think they decreased the amount of followers by something like 5 or 10 million on one of those accounts because they were bots. They just evaporated overnight. So if you're some Joe Schmo and you're surfing through and you're comparing like political parties and who has more followers in this, and
Oh
you
yeah.
see like an inflated number in your head, you might think, oh, well, that's the person I need to listen to, you know?
It's marketing, man. I mean, like, I'm sure you could pay for the right.
You can, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's fair game, you know. Like, but that's the thing. It's like people that actually punch hard don't do that. Like people,
Yeah.
they don't even care. It's like I would never do that because I think my show is going to be huge, and I don't care. I just want to keep doing it. And Richard thinks that about himself and his stuff too. He's just like, I just think that at the end of the day, it's all just smoke and mirrors anyway. So
Yeah.
if you really care about something, you'll really look into it. But nobody really cares about much.
So let me ask you this. What's the plan for your show, man?
Continue to keep up to date on the latest things in DeFi. Period. Most technical analysis on those things.
Nice. Now, for some of you guys, I mean, I'm sure you guys all watching, but you quit your job, man.
Yes, I did. I quit my job roughly 2.5 months ago, and it's been stressful. But like again, it's like how stressful can it really get? Like it's not that big. I have a house. I have renters. I have really low overhead. I have a lot of energy, so I just believe in myself. So I don't.
Yeah, man.
And I have a couple months, like I wasn't stupid. Like I did not like I didn't have any money. I've still been DCAing into Hex, which has been great. But I mean, it is coming to a halt. But again, I have plans in the background. Like I'm 100% crypto. Like I'm gonna push as hard as I possibly can.
Well, you're pushing hard, man, and I definitely I appreciate it. A lot of people talk about it, and it's not easy to show up every day, and you're showing up every day, even the weekends. I try to take Saturday and Sunday off if I can,
Guys,
but
I'm telling you, I do it because I want to do it. But
Yeah.
that time will come. Bullish tells me, everyone tells me, that time will come, and I just wanted to set up the show in a way where if I wasn't there, which I don't know when that will be, where I don't want to be there, maybe it will be. I want to go do whatever. Then Sam will just do it. Sam's a caveman.
Yeah. So what about Bullish? What's his story? Where did you find that dude, man? He's a great dude.
Bullish is one of a kind. Yeah, he reached out to me and he was like, "I think you got something going on over here," and I was like, "You think?" And he was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I do this kind of stuff for a living," and I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "I could probably help you with like something, or like, do you have any questions?" Or I don't know the exact interaction. And I was like, "Yeah, I got questions, boy. You know me." Like he's like, "I know that I do this professionally. You got questions?" I was like, "Yeah, I got the rest of my life to ask you questions because that's what I do. Like I take information from guys that are willing to give it, and vice versa. I give them information on all the stuff that I'm digging up, which is usually pretty, detailed."
Yeah. So so what do you think about? I've noticed. I saw in the Telegram chat you were hyping it up in the Pulse Doge Telegram chat quite a bit, and I forgot what it was. You posted a video or something that really cracked me up. What was that video? Do you remember what you did?
Oh,
It was like chugging a beer or something for Pulse
yeah,
Doge.
yeah. I like popped some champagne,
Yeah, that's right.
like bear market GRC, and I was like chugging champagne. It's like I took one sip, probably never didn't take another sip of the damn thing, but it was just I was happy about my free Pulse Doge, and I still am, and I think people need to understand that like of what these kind of things are, and they are what they are, literally. Like it's just a meme coin, and it has a community and some rich people that want to buy it up. So it is what it is. But I was happy that I had some alternatives if I really wanted to DCA into Hex and I ran out of money.
Yeah, nice. Have you talked to anybody who's going to be opening up any projects on PulseChain that we might not know about yet?
You know about you know it's been hard with that because again, when Sam starts digging into stuff, he needs an ending. He needs an end place. When there's no end place, it's hard to like, because we're from the pharmacology research side of things.
Right.
That's where we got our research kind of background. That's why we're like so normalized. Like we research all the time because that's what that's what we were doing beforehand, just for pharmacology stuff, and it just translated right over. Like, so again, with pharmacology, it's like, is there data or is there no data? Like, what's
Sure.
the data? And then it's like, have the research studies been done? Yes or no? No. Okay, we stop here then. And that's where we're at with stuff like Power City, stuff like LL. Although LL a little bit easier to anticipate because there's already kind of some, I guess, kind of, you know what I mean, with liquidity, you can kind of look and see if
got an idea.
Algo stables are, that's a topic. But I think the one thing I covered that I didn't know about that was the most beneficial to me, it's not a PulseChain project, but it was Curve. I learned about Curve.
Okay.
You know what Curve is?
Yeah, Curve. That's that's a DeFi platform as well, right?
Yeah, it's a stablecoin aggregator. So
Yeah.
it basically, you can trade stablecoins without slippage, or way more efficiently. Like binds. So you basically just trade between stables if you're into that.
Yeah. Is there a DAO? When you said Curve DAO popped up in my head.
Well, it's just like, it's like a front end.
Yeah.
It's just like this nerdiest.
Curve Fi.
Oh yeah, Curve 5. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, it's like an old school like Windows 95 front end.
Yeah, but it's like a joke. But in general, I learned a lot about that kind of stuff because if you see the rates that are between, it's hard to see right here. Like
I'll pull it up. Hold on.
yeah, and but it's just a way to trade your stables to and fro without, people just trade stables.
Yeah.
There's people that trade stables, and Jesse was showing some crazy examples of like some ways to sit in. So this, whether or not you think this website is cool, this website is very valuable, and people use it. I promise you that. Very rich people use this protocol right here.
Yeah. I wonder what's the advantage? Why do they use this
Well,
protocol?
it's an aggregator, so it's kind of somehow like reduces the slippage by like combining a lot of different pools.
Yeah.
But it just has a lot in it, I think. Like as far as I wouldn't mind refreshing myself on it. What about you? Is there anything that you've been learning about?
Nah, so I did. I've had a lot of people hit me up about the BankX token,
Uh-huh.
and that's like a stable.
Oh, really?
So I got into it this morning, and I was looking at their roadmap, and part of their roadmap in like a year or two is to launch satellites, and I guess what they want to do is create a very secure private network to launch satellites. But I was doing the research live on stream, and I went to Telegram, and I put BankX in, and I put BankX in, and I found that there was actually another project that they had created called ConnectX. And then I went to ConnectX in Telegram, and I noticed that like 90 or 95% of the traffic or of the users in there had been deleted, as if they were potentially bots or something. And it was something crazy, like 10,000 people in there or something. So I'm still kind of digging into that. The satellite thing kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you think about now? What about Power City? I kind of fell off with Power City because I stopped looking into it. That and internet money. And there's a lot of confusing stuff about that stuff. Like, to be honest, I don't know what either of them really like. I can't even remember because I did it so long ago, and like people have always just been like, it's not here yet, and then you kind of, it's almost like you want to stop thinking about PulseChain until it comes out too. It's like I hate to think about these projects that are launching because I'm kind of like flooding myself by like telling everyone, like it's like, what, it could be a year, it could be a year, you never know.
Yeah, like I did an interview with Power City, and that's the thing, man. I've done interviews with so many projects I basically just try. I allow them to talk about their project. I ask them the questions that I think my audience wants to know the answers to, and then I just kind of shut my mouth and I let people make their own decisions on it. Uh, the Power City folks, the long vacation, I think that the people that are in place there, I think they're stand up people. It's a very ambitious project, and
People are
right
quick to
now,
FUD. People are quick to FUD when there's people's faces behind the damn thing. Like their faces are right there. I mean, I'm not saying anyone knows them so intimately. I don't know that, but like they pop up on shows and have like they're there, man. Like so that gives me faith alone. Like if I were to put my face on something, jeez, Louise, you would know it would be good.
yeah,
Because I'd
well,
be sketched out, man. I'd be like, fuck.
that's that's the thing, man. It's like I want to try my best right now to support the people who are going to make PulseChain successful because we've got to transition from the mindset of hex, 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 hex. Now it's like we got to grow this thing, man. That's where the power comes from. So I like people who are creating projects that already have that hex mind frame, the delayed gratification mind frame, the no admin keys, immutable code, et cetera, et cetera. So,
What about Cult DAO? You hear about Cult DAO yet?
I heard about Cult DAO probably a month or two ago, and I read the manifesto. And I know that you can stake. So here's the thing with Cult DAO. I forgot who the founder. He came from was it Shib? Shib?
That's a
Yeah.
yeah, that's what they say.
So here's the thing with that type of coin and that type of project, it's all about the community, and everything has been done very, very well to build the story behind that. You look at the white paper, you look at the artwork, people are going to latch on to things like that aren't really interested per se in DeFi at large. Maybe they're not interested in the technicals. They just want to be a part of community. So here's what I'm going to tell people right now. You could put a bunch of projects on a dartboard and you could take a dart and just throw it at the dartboard. Whatever hits, you can invest in. You're going to make money in the next bull run. So I've definitely looked at them too.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm a little confused. Well, I think people are quick to say it's completely decentralized and that's what makes it better. But I don't think that's necessarily how things work because it's more so, well, the one major problem is the locked liquidity. Like that's going to be the thing. So the locked liquidity is a problem and then the adoption's a problem. But basically what they're saying is it's like a self-propelling system if it gains adoption. But it says on there like the liquidity is locked for like 256 years, and I still got to look into like exactly what the ramifications are. But that doesn't sound. I don't know what that is.
Well, so you go to FAQs. I'm there. It says what makes Cult different from other decentralized investment platforms. There is no control, no human interference whatsoever. We cannot change Cult. We cannot access the liquidity. We cannot upgrade or edit the smart contracts or the token. Cult is different because it cannot be stopped, not by the guardians, the developers, the government, regulation, or anybody. They can destroy the servers, but the code lives on. The investments into decentralized technologies remain. So it's pretty much the things that we've kind of been doing to some extent already.
I know, but like one of the major features of Hex is the OA, and like that's kind of what they're taking away.
Yeah, yeah. So you're saying that because somebody has access to the OA, it makes it different than
they
this.
don't have access to the OA, but only the top holder only has 1.96%.
Oh no, I'm talking about Hex because Hex has access. That's what makes it different. Yeah,
yeah. Well, that's what makes it better if you do the research.
Yeah.
You dive into it pretty heavy, then yeah, it's
oh for sure. So yeah, I see a lot of people jumping on it. I see it shielded in my Twitter feed quite a bit.
Be weary. Be weary. I'm not saying that it's bad or good, but it's a lot of something. So just be.
Well, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I just don't think it's. I think it's has good marketing and it's just not proven. And there's probably 100 ways that smarter people than me could figure out their way through it. Actually, the email that some dude sent me after I did the. Maybe if this isn't private, I can read it. I gotta look at it though. But he sent me. He said, "Hey, check your DMs. It's about Cult DAO." And he said, Hey, Jim Rat. I won't say his name.
Okay.
Hey, Jim Rat. I have concerns around Cult DAO. It is, in my opinion, a scam. Cut to the chase.
Yep.
Up here, Cult DAO is a rug pull scam exposed. Watch out. Token sniffer. Keep on going. Okay, let's pull this up. Let me see what this link is. And all my accounts get liquidated. No, I'm just kidding.
Go on.
Thank you, sir. Let me see what this is. What is he sending me here? So he sent me to the. Oh, this is too technical to cover right now. I gotta look at this. But that guy went out of his way to send me an email. I'm in the chat with Pentavision. Anyway, that guy, I'm gonna look into that more. So tomorrow on my show, maybe I'll get into the specifics. He sent me an ETH address and some stuff. So that's usually not.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to really speak intelligently about it. Brizology says the problem is if anyone gives money to a new project and the project fails or something suspicious, but there's going to be a lot of FUD around whatever projects get funded. Yeah. Bob Lagai says, I'm not going to say everybody has to do that, but it's a big plus in my book. So you're talking about, Bob, doxing yourself, I guess. So that's the thing. Nobody knows who the real founder is. They don't know who he is, right? Or do they?
No, I don't think they do.
And
they say it's the Shibu Inu guy, but that's a rumor, but like it could be.
And I think I read something that this weekend or last week he deleted his Twitter account, his YouTube account, and
I heard that too.
All this other stuff too. He like went ghost mode on everybody.
Yeah, be wary, guys. I'm telling you. The more I look into it, the more I'm a little more wary. But again, I haven't put any money in it. I don't have any money in it. I'm looking into it more. But again, I'm just bored too. So I've been looking into shit.
Yeah. I purchased a little bit of it to figure out how the staking mechanism worked. And I had a small amount and I could not get it to stake at all. I had a bunch of people asking me about it, but this is actually the first time I think we've talked about it on stream. She brought it up. All right, let's check chat here real quick, see where we're going. Is Curve the old school looking site? Yeah, yes. Curve's the old school looking site. Balliot Brand says watching on the incline treadmill at the same time. Outstanding, Balliot. Good for you, man. Good for you. Mr. Rafferty says it's bedtime for me, Rags. Catch you tomorrow. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our hex. He's from Scotland, so that's a line from Braveheart, my man. All right. No good launching PulseChain until the bear market has reached its bottom. Be silly to launch it now, even with little knowledge. I understand that. I wouldn't say that necessarily.
Oh, man. That's a complicated, deep game theory, like expert level shit. Like to be honest, there's no way that the talks that Richard has with the smartest dudes, whoever he talks to, has any reflection. Like I just can't imagine. Like there's so much nuance. Like it's just these guys have been around since day one. Their emotional state about this shit is probably so different. Like they probably just know more. Like they extrapolate this and we're like everyone's just freaking out. But Richard's twerking online. Does that show you that he doesn't give a shit? He's trying to tell you something. Pay attention. He's not doing that, so his life gets ruined.
Did he put out a tweet? He says, as soon as PulseChain launches, I'm gonna flex on y'all like 10 times harder. I think he said that.
Yes, he is. He is telling everyone, and he's letting you know that he wants you to hedge your bets on him. And there's not too many guys in this world that'll do that.
Well, I don't know. In my opinion, so what's going to happen if we launch? You're going to have a lot of people dump on price because it's a bear market and they're needy and greedy. Is that how that goes?
Well, I think there's just if economic energy is moving to the negative or whatever, people are going to want to get out of volatile assets. And I think it's not. But if it's moving upward, people will want to get back into volatile assets. And that's what I would think, right? Like don't matter what it is, people know like shit's going down, and they're going to be sketched. So they're going to take half their shit out and put it in the US dollar.
So, what do you think? Why do you think he said that we're launching in May, and then in May he said we're launching in May again, and then it didn't happen? Why do you think?
I have no clue, and probably not because we never know. Like again, his marketing tactics, these could be really nuanced marketing tactics, or he could just be like kind of being transparent and just like has no fucking clue, but like it benefits him a little to say that it's, but who knows? Like I don't know. He said software is hard. Hex took 14 months or 2 years or whatever to come out. That was much more stressful probably because people didn't even sacrifice for that. So they were waiting to buy for like ever. And then they all bought and they got wrecked 90%.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's some little rumor going around that I guess Eric Wall said something to him, just about how his code was written that might have affected his ideas about launching. So he got his lead dev to rewrite stuff, and that's what's happening right now. But
Hey,
again, dude, there's just stuff floating around everywhere, dude. Who knows?
but Eric Wall, I mean, he's a proven like friend of Richard's. Like, at this point, he's probably like they're friends clearly.
Yeah,
Like they're fucking friends. Like, let's be real. Richard don't let anyone speak. He let him talk a lot. So, and they got together and cordially. And Richard is, in person, Richard's not going to buck on anyone like that. He's just not like that. I don't think. In person, like he's going to be respectful at least. Like he doesn't want to get into any kind of weird altercation. And that's why when I knew that they were actually together in person, I was like, they're fucking friends.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, they're chilling, dude. What the heck?
We kissed his butt. They were like, you're the smartest dude. You're awesome. Keep it up. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think it's just important to like not worry about PulseChain so much. Like, if his whole career is behind this, so he's going to do what he has to do. Like, and there's nothing anyone can do. You just can't. You got no control over that, but people have control over other stuff. I see a bunch of people that don't do jack shit, but they worry about what Richard's doing a lot.
Yeah. Briz says, here's a fact. Richard is terrible at explaining stuff. We didn't get to see the Hex website until literally a day before it launched. He never explained T-shares or why you would want to stake for 15 years. Sounds like Richard.
Yeah, so maybe Richard's just a normal guy and he is just trying his best and who the hell knows. But, the bear market will bring out the paranoia in anyone.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything to worry about. I think it's probably going to be a depression or whatever, like a recession, and they're probably, depending on what happens in September, right? Like that's probably going to make a big difference. Because
are you gonna go? Are you going to PulseCon or?
If someone pays for me to go, I'll go. I'm not paying to go. Yeah, like I just don't. It's just like I'm not. I can't.
Yeah.
And if money allocation wise, like I would never. So, to be honest, but I'll also work. Like I'll talk and do whatever someone wants me to do. Like I'll fucking help out if you want to. Whatever the fuck, I'm sure I can do something. I'll move shit around. Like I'll pick shit up. Like what I mean. I'll come early and help you out. Like for real.
Yeah, get him there.
Then I'll speak.
Like now you got to see Crypto Stylus and RG3 this weekend, yeah?
Yes, I did. We were all in DC this weekend. It was a good time.
Yeah, how was that?
Really good, man. Really good.
Yeah.
Everyone's a real person. They're all real. It was kind of weird seeing everyone, to be honest, but I just went with it. Like no biggie. RG bought us lunch, and it was cool. And then the next day, I met Crypto Stylist out at some fancy ass like rooftop thing next to the counter. I was wearing a PulseChain tee. You know me. I was chilling. But like, there's this dude in the suit. He like looks across and he's like PulseChain, and I was like,
nice.
And I was drunk, man. So I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? I can't believe anyone knew about PulseChain up there on this roof in DC. It was very secluded. It was funny.
Dude, she was wearing a Phillies jersey, man. Are you a Phillies fan or Philadelphia?
She had no affiliation with that jersey. Everyone asked her, and they were.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she had no idea about. She didn't even know.
She's just wearing it.
Yeah, she was for the style points.
You're a Redskins guy, right?
Commanders, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say Redskins or Commanders.
Football team. It's actually.
I liked the Washington football team. Was that what it was called?
I did too.
I kind of was digging that.
Classy. I thought it was classy.
It was, dude. Now it's the Commanders, man. Like
But you
duck
can't be
down on 'em.
classy. There's no class down here. So it's like, it's not a class. Like, dude, we were at the White House walking around and shit. And it's just like, the people in DC, they're a different breed. They can smell me around there. Like I walk around corners and people walk the other way. I'm just like, it's just like I wear a t-shirt. I'm just like, what do y'all want? Like, what are y'all pretending to be here? Like,
Well, what do you mean? Are they uppity?
it's
Like,
yuppie,
what do you mean?
It's
Yeah,
yuppie or it's liberal and broke. Like,
yeah.
it's like they're either like faking it one way or they're like ravagingly like liberal.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like they lift their arms and there's just like a bush under there, and you're just like,
Oh, dude, I know. I hear you. I went to get some ice cream, and we're at this ice cream parlor, and I look around. There's like chicks with like the Jesus sandals on. That's a big thing now, I guess. And nobody shaves their leg hair anymore, bro. Have you seen that?
yeah, I actually trim my leg hair. So for every girl in there, just know I'm with you on the leg. Please keep up with all your trimming, guys. That is crucial. And gals, guys, and gals.
Sandy Beach says those pictures were hot.
Whoa, Sandy, whoa.
See, I don't know. Where's that coming from?
I
need some context.
Sandy.
No, Sandy, man, she just takes it overboard, man. That's what Sandy does.
I'm a gentleman, Sandy. I don't.
Briz says, I can never figure out if he wanted the community to develop the material or if he simply didn't think about the game theories that deeply. Well, he has been on record saying that there are just like certain things that he doesn't bother himself with at all. Like, for example, he goes out into town. Somebody says, well, how do you get to this part of town? Rich is like, I don't know. I don't care about it. I have GPS. Why do I need to know that? So I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe, or maybe that's just all part of the allure. I don't know.
I just assume that he probably is going to do the most effective strategy at the time. Like, there's many variables, so he wants it to work clearly.
Yeah.
That's all you can really say. I mean, we sacrifice the shit. Like, I don't think about stuff like this. Like, I don't think about future projection too much. I just think about like lots of stuff to do right now. I got a AMA for my crypto fitness challenge in 13 minutes, so I'm going to go in there and give some fitness advice.
Nice, dude. Good stuff, man. Is that going pretty well? I was thinking about that today. I'm like, I wonder what percentage of people are going to actually finish. What do you think?
We'll see. We'll see. Like, the numbers were inflated in the beginning because people were just signing up.
Right.
But the app activity is kind of separate, and then there's the Telegram activity, which is like, some people like the Telegram and like interacting with everyone, and then some people are just trying to win the competition, and I don't even know who they are. But if they post their pictures and stuff, it's all fair game. Again, I got to look at all this stuff. It's been interesting. It was a free thing, right? So it's like I didn't have to do. Bullish wanted to make it in a way where it's like a little bit hands off because I'm working so hard on the show. It's worked out pretty good. I probably could have tried a little harder at some things because I get so wrapped up. But again, it was like a test run, and there's prizes and stuff, and it wasn't like I was selling anything. I was kind of just it was like an experiment, and it worked. Like there's people in there that have lost 50, 60 pounds already and can walk, and that were not doing so well before, and that were having mental health crisis. And yeah, it's worked beautifully, and it's given everyone an undertone. Even the people that didn't sign up, people are walking, they're doing their cardio and stuff, so it's good.
Good, man. I've noticed compared to how you presented yourself before to compared to now, dude, you're a lot like calmer, cooler, more collected.
Yeah,
now,
I got used to it.
You got used to it?
Yeah. It's like
man.
Beginning. It's like you get a little adrenaline.
I know.
It just becomes a gig, right? Like this is what I do. Partly, I just study crypto, do my 11 o'clock show, and people message me all the time and they say they want me to keep going. So I'm going to keep going. I think we're going to see where this goes, man. It's been pretty serendipitous up to this point. I have a feeling it will continue to be.
I think I'm sure you know this, but when we hit the bull market, whether it's in a year or two, Got to understand that that's when channels really, really, really blow up, man. Got a lot of financial energy coming through and a lot of human capital coming through too. So just keep building that foundation.
It's gotta make, yeah. If you provide value, guys, that's all you have to do when you're streaming. It's as simple as that. It's like
Yep, absolutely.
benefit the people that are watching. And to be honest, it's not too fun. There's not too much. Like we all joke around memes and stuff, but like this is finance, you know. Like people, this is important, and it's not a game, and it's not a joke, and it's not all just. It's like a lot of people lost a lot of money on Hex short term, and I know if they staked it, it was all good, obviously, and I certainly did. But like a lot of people are never going to come back to Hex because it dipped so hard, and that's with any market though.
It is. It's with all of them. I mean, 70 to 90%, everybody, and more and more.
Hex 10% on the daily though. 5.5 cents. But thank you, Rags, for inviting me. I gotta go get to my AMA. It was always a pleasure.
Yeah, show your stuff, man. Everybody knows who you are. Maybe
yeah, come on, guys. What are you doing up in here if you're not watching Crypto in the Morning at 11 a.m. Eastern every single day, guys? The most comprehensive, the most consistent, the best crypto show in the morning ever made. So go follow me on YouTube. Follow me, Jim Rat Crypto, Instagram, I'm active, Twitter, I'm active, TikTok, I'm active-ish.
Well, bro, thanks for coming through, man. Have fun. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, man. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Bye. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, the Golf Romeo Charlie, Jim Rat Crypto. Whew. I think, I could be wrong. I think that I was the first person to interview him before he even had his channel. Great dude, man. Great dude. And he's showing up every day, and that's what freaking counts. Not like you guys here in chat. Y'all aren't doing anything except leeching off our content. That's just how you do. Especially Briz. Sandy Beach, Astro. It's disgusting. Oh, we had a new person here in chat. Keto Natural. Hey, Rags. First time on your stream? Bro. Or I don't know. Is that a... Yeah, I think that's a dude. Go ahead and leave now, man. Chat, tell him. It's not worth it, right? Just go ahead and leave now. It's not damn worth it. All right, we got two more articles to share here. This is a follow-up from last week. If you guys remember last week, we had an article about Ilya Shapiro, who was at the center of a prolonged debate over cancel culture and campus intolerance. So basically, this guy he's a professor at Georgetown, and he gets up there and he says, hey, the Biden administration looking to fill the Supreme Court seat, the Supreme Court of the United States, they were only looking for, it was through a lens of gender or through a lens of race, right? So they wanted a female minority. And he gets up there and he says, listen, all is fine and well, but it's kind of messed up because you're going to put an asterisk on the name of whoever's on the Supreme Court. Because you're basically saying, well, they're not the best one, but they're just the one that checks those two boxes. And obviously all the social justice warriors came out of the woodworks and just freaking blasted him. But is that true or what? It's not necessarily the best person for the job. It's just the person who they chose. It's the government is picking winners and losers. And they're saying, hey, we want a black female on there. May not necessarily be the most qualified candidate to be the highest position of the legislature in the country, but it doesn't matter as long as they're a female and as long as they're they have a different race than white. That's all that matters. And I think he was even arguing. He's like, dude, take a look at this guy. It's a male. He's Asian. He's qualified out the yin yang. He checks a couple boxes there for you. He is a minority. Like, let's do it. No, that's not what they're doing. So here's a follow-up. So essentially, he gets put on prolonged leave as they try to fire him. And then he gets hired back. So it goes to court. So here it is. Ilya Shapiro, who was at the center of a prolonged debate over cancel culture and campus intolerance, resigned from his Georgetown Law Center position Monday, shortly after being reinstated from a lengthy leave. Fearing his scathing resignation letter, he'd have a never-ending target on his back for violating progressive orthodoxy, Ilya Shapiro officially stepped down as executive director of the prestigious Law School Center for the Constitution. He departs a place where he never really got started without fond memories. And he says, Georgetown is not a place that values intellectual diversity, freedom of speech, tolerance, respect, or good faith. It's a place that excludes all dissenting voices, that undermines equal opportunity. It's not a place that anyone who dissents in any way from prevailing orthodoxies can thrive. He said that the partnership with Georgetown would have never worked out, even if he'd never sent the poorly received tweet criticizing President Biden's pledge to choose a black woman for the Supreme Court in January. He'd hoped to pivot from this think tank work at the libertarian-leaning Cato Institute to working with an educational institution, but he said political intolerance made that completely impossible. This is important here. Listen to this. What I've learned is that in the long term or the medium term, that was not going to be possible if my tweet hadn't happened. Something else would have happened through commentary on the Supreme Court affirmative action in fall. Something. It's such a den of vipers out there. It's such an intolerant place that now I see it would not have worked out, which is too bad. Wow. So he says, you told me when we met last week. Now, let's see here. Yeah. Talking about the Georgetown Law Center Dean William Trenner. So Shapiro said, you told me when we met last week that you would want me to be successful in my new role and that you would have my back, Shapiro wrote in his resignation letter to Trenner. But instead, you painted a target on my back such that I can never do the job I was hired for, advancing the mission of the Center for the Constitution. Huh. Only those acting in bad faith to get me fired because my political beliefs would misconstrue what I said to be otherwise. According to this theory, the mere fact that many people were offended or claimed to be is enough for me to have violated policies under which I was being investigated. So people were offended by his tweet. People were offended by his tweet, which was completely factual, 100% factual. He says it was completely discriminatory to be filling the SCOTUS seat with a black female instead of filling the SCOTUS seat with, maybe there's another black female out there that is, of course there probably is, but as qualified. But he says it's just discriminatory to start out with that filter and that lens, especially when we're talking about the highest seat of the United States in terms of the legislative branch. I'm sorry, the judicial branch. According to this theory, the mere fact that many people are offended or claim to be is enough for me to have violated the policies under which I was being investigated. Although there were no formal findings of a violation because of the procedural fact that I was an employee when I tweeted, and so not subject to these policies, so long as some unstated number of students, faculty, or staff claim that a statement denigrates or shows hostility or aversion to a protected class, that's enough to constitute a violation of Georgetown anti-discrimination rules. Guys, how many times have we said it on here? We already know it. If you send your kid off to one of these major institutions, one of these universities, the kid that you send is most likely not going to be the kid that comes back home afterwards or gets out or comes back to your hometown. It's going to be a different person. The brainwashing is real. And this is why. They don't allow differing opinions. They don't allow dissent. This is Georgetown law. And they are churning out these kids who have the inability to think for themselves because they don't teach that. And they teach law through the lens of equity, not equality, equity, which is completely different. Sandy Beach, she's out of here. Nice to have you in here. All right. Was there anything else here? Oh, the last thing we want to talk about. Biden invokes Defense Production Act to expand clean energy production. President Biden on Monday invoked the Defense Production Act to accelerate domestic production of clean energy technologies, including solar panel parts, in an effort to spur domestic manufacturing. The president has been pushing Congress to pass clean energy investments and tax cuts in line with the clean energy and climate agenda, but on Monday is set to unilaterally create a bridge to an American-made clean energy future. These actions are going to spur domestic manufacturing, a senior administration official said. It's going to put wind in the sails of the construction projects all around the country that are employing folks and who are making a good wage, and it's going to do all of that while cutting costs for our families and tackling both climate change and environmental injustice. Oh, gosh, man. It's just... I don't see how talk show hosts do it, man. They got to hear this garbage day in and day out. Just the same stuff, just the BS. Here's what it is, guys. Here's what it is. You ready? You go woke, you go broke. You go woke, you go broke. That's what's happening. Our country goes woke, our country goes broke. We've been seeing it. We've been seeing it. And here's the thing too. It's not just Democrats. It's not just the far left. Nobody's tackling the hard problems. Nobody's tackling the damn debt. Nobody's doing any of that stuff. They don't care about it. They don't freaking care. They just want those votes, man. They want to get back in. They want to get back into office. They can't do the hard stuff because it's political suicide. Who says this? Tortoise Johnny says, your memes are criminally underrated, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, guys, I got the hottest memes. I'm gonna go off on a tangent, dude. I have the hottest memes in all of crypto. Did you just hear what I said? I have the hottest memes in all of crypto. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can go to the community tab, and you can see my memes, dude. I'm talking about 12 months worth of straight fire. Not only straight fire, I'd say like 75% of them are memes that you have never seen before your entire life. Have you ever heard somebody make such a statement? Have you ever heard that? Do you ever hear me bragging about something? I'm proud of those memes, folks. I'm proud of them. If you ever happen to subscribe one day, it might be because of those memes. And I've been seeing an increase in people that are saying, bro, I hate your content. You're a right-wing nut job, dude. But your meme game it's fuego. Fuego, fuego. All right. Scratch the Scotch on the hex. What's up, man? What's up? Michael Crossman, sacked and staked. My pocketbook is getting rained. Sounds like a horrible place to vacate in. All right. Cryptagonal. It's the application of the very thing they're fighting against. The pendulum should be in the middle, but it swung back the other way too far. Finbear, can you even use a word like that? I don't know your language. Sodman. Now we need diversity in commercial pilots, according to... what? We have to find other folks to fill in based... I don't want pilot diversity. Bro, that's my life we're talking about. I don't want pilot diversity. I don't care who you are. You just better be the best. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. But you just better be at the top of your class if you're flying my butt across the damn pond. That's crazy. Yeah, they need diversity amongst surgeons too. Nope, you ain't cutting me unless you're top of your damn class. Golly. Have a great rest of your stream. Those hires will be producing in the future. They will plan bridges and landmines, not just sit in HR offices of the world. Whoa. Twitter Space with Motley the Investor, Bullish URX, Bob Legge, and anyone else who wants to dissect Cult DAO. Cool. Oh, sorry, guys. That was supposed to say Bob Legge. Legge. My kid's going to be doing manual labor like his dad. That's the cool thing. Those types of skills, they're recession-proof. Communist re-education camps for the youth. I'm not putting my kids through that. Trade school or bust. Aussie. Not hotter than mine. Definitely the hottest memes. Bruh. My memes wreck your memes, man. What are you talking about, Willis? Put it up for a vote, man. Just put it up. Maybe tomorrow we'll go through some fire memes. I'm out on Cult. Sounds like they used to buy the cryptos, waiting to pump, then buying their own tokens. Why not just... Yeah, I did notice that. Aren't they buying Hex and Pulse, and they're going to dump it in 6 months? That's what they said. They're going to take profits. Whatever. And then they're like, oh, we're buying your stuff. You should feel very grateful for it. And they have like a sanctimonious, pretentious attitude, I've noticed. There's a reason why we've not seen those memes before. Polynesian Polskin says, laugh out loud. That you do, Regs. Any updates on Pulse? Keep up the good work, bro. I'll definitely unsubscribe. No updates on Pulse, guys. Nobody knows. Well, somebody knows, but I don't know. I'm pretty well connected. If I hear something, guys, I'll let you know. I'll let you guys. You want to see the... All right. Here, you guys want to see an example? I think you do. Come on, man. All right, let's go to YouTube. Sweet. Dude, one of my fire memes, guys. We're talking about fire. Full-blown fire. Fire. All right, go home. Community. All right, here you go. I'm going to share this. All right, we'll just go through a couple, guys. We'll go through a couple. And just imagine, if you don't like, don't comment, don't subscribe, and you don't show up every day, maybe you can get this. Share. Add to stream. All right. This is all right. You guys know what this is. This is called a Sweet Carol line. My name's Carol. Really? Me too. I'm also Carol. Me too. Hi, I'm Carol. Sweet Carol line. A line of carols. All right, next. Johnny Depp. The first man ever to win an argument with a woman. Oh, that was good. We like that one. All right, let's go to the next one. Me leaving the hibachi grill buffet the way God intended. Yo, that cat has diabetes. That is 100% sure. What does this say? Oh, yeah. Amber Heard. So this is a direct message via Instagram to Amber Heard. Ma'am, don't be sad. The whole of India is with you. I am even ready to sacrifice myself. Just marry me, and then you can do domestic violence with me whenever you're in the mood. I won't say a word. Oh, my gosh. It's stupid. All right, this one cracked me up. Now, most of you, I don't think you have my sense of humor. This cracked me up. All right, so Uber Eats driver couldn't find my house. So, and this says he's texting the Uber Eats driver. And he says, look to the sky, follow the beacon. And the dude responds, what? And then he says, oh my God, I see it. I want to do that so bad, man. Right? Dude, I saw that. I said, that's got to go up. That has to go up. Oh my gosh. All right, let's find one more. We'll do one more. Yeah. Again, some people don't get this, so, you know. All right, so this guy on my flight just told his girlfriend he wouldn't date her if she became a worm, and now she's crying. Oh, shoot. I love it. All right, guys, it's dad memes, man. It takes an IQ, man. Your memes are fire in the hole. I can't post any memes on Facebook because I threatened a lion with an uppercut and that violated. I saw that, dude. Okay. The Uber Eats beacon made me laugh as well. Dude, I'm dying on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I'm spending all this time with you. Let's hope something changes tomorrow so I have some news to bring you guys. For some reason, it seems like the world changes quite a bit, so I think we'll be there. Do not like... Do not comment. Please, for God's sakes, do not subscribe. My name is Brandon. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Completion fails says, love the means, brother. Whatever. You guys take it easy. My name is Brandon, and I'm out.